podcast, little fucking shits. We're about to get super into it up in here. Now fucking listen to this little kiddie cartoon reviewer and a fucking let's player of all things. Now fucking listen to DJ Silver and Mr. Cunt Dragon Man.
Oh, wow. Our fantasies have come true, ladies and gentlemen. A Scottish Pokemon lady just insulted me and called me a cunt. That's fantastic. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, look, my dog's barking because I think he heard that.
Hello, dog. He's like, don't you talk to my fucking friend like that, you bitch.
It's like, what the hell did I just hear?
Yeah, what the fuck did you just say?
God, that was a weird opening. Why are you... Stop. Hey.
Welcome, everybody, to the Randomizers podcast.
He wants to join in. Welcome to the Randomizers podcast, everyone. Oh my God, John, would you have the honors of introducing all of us now?
I'm DJsilverXY, who was just speaking right now was Elsie Lovelock, and the guy that did the Scottish accent is DJsilverXY. I fucked it up. Oh no, that's the wrong name.
Oh no.
Funny.
Oh no.
Welcome, guys, to the Randomizers podcast. I have a very special guest with you today, Elsie Lovelock.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
For those who don't know, she does voice acting on the interwebs and in games and in mobile stuff. She's mostly known as. Oh, wait, you can go if you want.
Would you like to tell us? Let's have her tell us what she does too.
Yeah, let me talk. Fuck her now. No, I'm kidding. I had to say that. I'm sorry. No, yeah. I mean, you pretty much summed it up, really. I mean, like, I'm like voice actress, singer. I've been like singing on YouTube for like 10 years. I do loads of like Disney covers and stuff. I do like games, mobile games. I'm mostly of the indie variety because I still live in the UK and it's really hard to get into big games when you're not in America. But yeah, I've been doing some pretty cool stuff. I feel really lucky. So yeah, I do it full time, and I make lots of like dumb like meme shit on the internet as well. Most commonly, probably what you just heard then, like the Scottish Pokemon trainer is probably like the biggest like meme thing I've ever done that kind of blew up out of nowhere, which was stupid, but it's funny.
Memes are finally getting the recognition they deserve, everybody.
It's really funny.
It makes people laugh, and that, that's the main thing. If it makes people smile, then that makes me happy too. So yeah, that sums me up really.
Well, that's good. And of course, going along with the main topic of the podcast for this episode, and for once I'm actually gonna change the background. Let's see if I don't get lost in all these sources that I have on OBS. Oh Lord.
I only know how to do video editing on Sony.
Yeah.
Don't even.
Pokemon. It's Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Anything.
Pokemon. Yes. One of my favorite subjects.
Yes.
I distinctively remember myself saying, "Hey, it's a rabbit. I wonder which one of them is gonna get looted first."
Oh God.
I honestly thought, what we talk about, the Sword and Shield triple, the starters, yeah?
Yeah, the starters.
Oh yeah, honestly, like, I really love them all. I think they all look great.
They look fantastic.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
the Sobble gang though.
So I personally, like, again, Pokemon and me have a very weird relationship. I like the designs of a lot of the Pokemon, but the games themselves are kind of boring for me. But I think I might just say fuck it and get Let's Go Eevee.
Get it? Like I said before we started, like, it's super adorable. I mean, honestly, like, if you've played, Red or Blue or Leaf or Green, you've seen most of it. Leaf or Green? Sorry, Green or Red, for fuck's sake. Fire Red or Leaf Green.
Leaf's a
yes.
Yes, she is. You've probably seen, most of it. She is a cutie, and I'm really glad that they finally put her in like Ultimate as finally giving us one of the female trainers. I was like, oh, about time. But I would highly recommend it.
Like the WWE's Women Revolution, fucking Stephanie McMahon invented the female trainer reference because no one watches wrestling except for me. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're recording this.
As
we're recording this.
Watch it.
WrestleMania is upon us. Is at the door, basically putting a timer on me, waiting for me to get the fuck out so we can watch some wrestling. Hey, bitch.
That's not real
bitch.
wrestling.
Wrestling too, but I want to do this podcast as well, so that's where we're at right now. Anyway, going back to the designs, I think this is the best designed starter that I've seen in a very long time. I'm just glad that the fucking rabbit isn't just completely covered in fucking orange to the point where my eyes would bleed just by looking at him. It's just his ears, and I think his whiskers, and that's it.
Hey, I liked Rowlet as a starter.
I like him too, but fucking my favorite is the sad boy.
Oh, the little lizard.
Yeah, my favorite, definitely.
Sad boy, and then just monkey.
Yeah.
Geeky monkey.
No, he's got a gun.
He's got a baton.
Pokemon shield, Pokemon gun.
Pokemon gun.
Fucking, the one thing I love about fucking the one thing I love about this is the fact that I was watching one of the Salty DK Dan's fucking videos on the fucking, what's it called, the Pokemon Direct, and he made a guess saying one of these is going to be a Fire Emblem character or something Fire Emblem related was going to happen with Pokemon, and then they announced the fucking name of Sword and Shield, and then the fucking Fire Emblem theme was playing in the video. So fucking,
oh my god,
Salty DK Dan for fucking predicting Fire Emblem being in Pokemon.
Wow, what a soothsayer! Jesus Christ. Mate.
Very good.
I can honestly,
the world.
I can honestly predict that there will be, like with all the other ones, that there's going to be like another version of it like a year after, and I think it may just be called like Pokemon Spear or something like that.
Pokemon Spear and Pokemon Whip.
Trident.
Pokemon Tomahawk. Pokemon fucking Boomerang.
Pokemon Gun.
Fucking oh shit, I can't
Pokemon Grenade Launcher.
Pokemon Battle Axe.
Launcher. Yeah, Pokemon Axe. Pokemon Hatchet. You can do so many fucking things. Like there's
Pokemon Dragon Dildo.
Oh wow! Yeah, Pokemon Bad Dragon. Like they're fucking endless. Yeah, boy. We're gonna talk about
rated M Pokemon, baby.
Pokemon Triple X. Were we gonna talk about like different Pokemon like subjects or?
I think something around that line.
Like anything Pokemon, really. Like I was actually gonna ask
anything related to Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
That's right.
I was gonna ask, what were you guys' thoughts on like that announcement of like there being what's called the armored evolutions?
That I was only looking at the cute new Pokemon that was going to be introduced in this. I wasn't really giving a shit about the actual gameplay mechanics.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. But I mean, I'm not really like a massive fan of like the mega evolutions, the armored or whatever they're doing. I just think
Megazord
that,
evolutions where the Pokemon jumped into the fucking Zords and shit.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. It's like when in Sun and Moon when they did like the Z power thing. Like, I thought that was quite cute because that was just like a power. So I was like, okay, that's okay. Yeah. But then when they introduced like megas and all that crap, I was just like, oh, do you know what? I can't be arsed. Like, it's just too complicated for me. Like, you know, I love when they like put new stuff into Pokemon, but at the same time, I do like it to be fairly like simple, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like it to be all over the place. One thing that I really do miss in Pokemon though is contests, because I was like the only person who really loved those. I did the most in like Pokemon Diamond, I think, and I did some in Sapphire as well before that. But like I really thought, yeah, they were a cute thing. Like, I don't know if you remember them that well, but like they were really adorable. And you actually had
in
to.
The anime. Oh, sorry for interrupting.
No, carry on. No, that's the thing. Like, yeah, the anime like made them really cool as well.
They
like,
fucking pushed it super hard.
I was like, whoa, like that's so awesome. Like if I was in the Pokemon world, I probably wouldn't even be a trainer. I'd probably be like a contest person. I can't remember what they're called. Well, but like, you know, I was like, I'll bring those. Yeah, pageant or whatever, yeah.
It's fucking Bo. You're gonna perform for all these people. You're gonna fucking like it.
Fucking gorgeous.
And then like when they're actually performing, you just sound like one of those freaking like those southern moms that put their daughters in beauty pageants.
You can do it. You look so gorgeous. I believe in you. Oh my god.
We gotta go. We ain't gonna get no sarsaparilla for dinner. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, darling. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh my lord, I'm so blessed. Yeah, like the total, like the toddlers and tiaras type mum. I'd be like that. I'd be like, go on, fucking Blastoise, you do that pirouette. Fantastic, bitch.
You
I
do
know, like.
God dang, Leon, I tell you what, man, do that blizzard move to the God dang Leon, Predator Justice, man.
Okay, Boomhauer, calm the fuck down. I'm just thinking about Blastoise and fucking blush and lipstick.
Yeah, man, put it in a tutu and a bow, and make it do some spins. I mean, it'd be so great. That's what I mean. Like, the possibilities are endless. I really miss how they did those. I thought they were going to bring them back in Sun and Moon, maybe, because I thought, like, because it's based on different islands. I was like, oh, they could do like different islands, like contests, like pageants or whatever. But that's the one thing I really miss. But I think one of you said you hadn't played Pokemon for a while. I would really highly recommend playing Sun and Moon, because it was like a really like fresh take on the Pokemon world. Like, I love the fact that it was, kind of based around like, Hawaii kind of culture, like, sort of the Pacific Islands kind of thing. I thought that was really, really lovely. And the fact that, you see people like,
you see fucking Lin-Manuel writing music for the Pokemon music. I will make sure that this sounds like Moana.
Pokemon in the man. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh mate, I love it. It's so great.
Hamilton
so
gets a Pokemon. You have to face Hamilton in a Pokemon battle.
Yeah, fucking Maui, like, is one of the fucking kahunas, like, in the gym. Oh dear.
God, yeah.
Oh no. Fucking Moana is the final boss in the Pokemon League. Oh. Yeah, I thought that was just so lovely. Like, I love it when they change the setting like that, which is why I like the look of, the upcoming Sword and Shield, because it looks like usual Pokemon, but it also looks like it's kind of got that sort of, I don't know, like it does look a bit like the UK from the video that they showed. Well, the good parts,
Yeah,
but
I believe
I'm really excited.
Yeah, I believe that they did say that it's mainly like focused and themed around I think it was Great Britain.
Yes. Yeah. So it has got like like a lovely kind of British influence, really, including like English countryside and Scottish Highlands and all that kind of, Welsh moors, all that kind of setting.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be great.
It's very beautiful.
So what you're saying is one of the Elite Four is going to be the Queen of England and her
like
little
comic
corgis.
Yeah, like the comic. They might even introduce like a new thing. You might get to be like a Pokemon Knight of the Round Pokeball table. Like, they might do a whole thing. Who knows? Like,
I would honestly actually like to see if it was just like a queen and just all of her Pokemon is just different styled furfros.
She could be like the queen of the region. We don't know. I mean, honestly, like, I think it's so overdue that they do like kind of an open like Pokemon game on a console, because like when they did that, like, I don't know if you remember Pokemon Coliseum back in the day. But like that game was cool. But I mean, the fact that like I honestly thought it was going to be like a Pokemon game like, Sword and Shield, where like you start from scratch, and that it was going to be on the GameCube, and I was like, holy shit, that's cool. And then you start and you're like this random bloke and you've already got an Espeon and an Umbreon.
Yeah.
And you just spend the time like cycling around on your fucking motorbike, like getting bandits and stuff, and like illegal Pokemon shadow trafficking or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I really like that.
And it was all like in a desert, and I was like, oh, this is a bit boring. But yeah, I didn't complete that game.
Yeah, same.
But back in the day, it was kind of cool. But that's why I'm so excited they're finally doing like, a big one on, a main console sort of thing.
Yeah. That's the thing that I'm glad that they're at least like putting it on a main console now that still kind of like counts as handheld, but kind of at the same time not really.
Yeah, well, exactly, which is really cool. So it's like you can still take the Switch around with you and play it like that, which is, such a great idea. And you will also be able to play it on the TV. Like, it's just so exciting. So I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and
I'm freaking out.
One thing that I am actually like really hoping, like just for the people who still like playing Pokemon on their DSs and 3DSs and stuff, like if they like kind of like what they did recently with Luigi's Mansion and like Kirby's Epic Yarn, like make a port on the 3DS of Pokemon Sword and Shield. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's Pokemon's Epic Yarn.
That would be kind of
Wanna
cute.
see fucking Chimchar as the yarn monster.
That would be super cute though. Like you can walk around, like you're playing as one of the Pokemon, like Pikachu or something, in like this woolly world. I'm like, that would be so sweet.
I can
But
see
they've done it
like
with Kirby and Yoshi. Like you could do it with,
yeah,
with
I
Pokemon.
fucking eats one of the Pokemon.
I can honestly see it like almost like Pokemon Rangers, but like it's all yarn themed.
Yeah,
Sounds like
that's
a
really.
good idea, actually.
I think that'd be really cute. Cute
I
kitty
also
game.
like Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Chip,
Mandel!
Fucking tune. That's nostalgia. Fucking hell. Yeah,
Right.
like I totally agree
That'd
with
be...
the Chip and Dale thing as well.
Fuck yeah. Give us a Nintendo-based Chip and Dale game that's in the
On the-
style
on
of
the
DuckTales.
Switch.
On
Yeah.
the fucking Switch.
on the
On the
Switch, please.
Switch. Yeah.
Get Disney on the horn.
So another thing that's Pokemon related. Actually, yeah, there's another thing I wanted to ask you both because it was really amazing. It's almost like I'm the one running the podcast, but it's like,
This is the first time that we've had a guest ask us questions, I think.
oh,
No,
really?
I
It's just
think...
because I'm just curious because like it is Pokemon related, so it is still like on topic. But did you see by any chance the newest Pokemon movie, which was called I was about to say The Last of Us. It's called The Power of Us, and it came out like last year, I think. Have you seen it?
I think I've seen bits and pieces of it. All I know is that the girl is really annoying, and the boy is like, "Hey, Ash, I'm your rival now, but I'm also a part of your party." I could be thinking about the first movie. I don't know if they come back.
I think you're thinking like a different.
Yeah.
Because this was like the latest
Pokemon.
one. Like this literally came out like last year.
The reboot, basically of the anime, but it's in movie
Oh
form.
no! It's the sequel to the reboot. Sorry. The reboot came out like
I don't know if he still hangs out with those losers.
I don't think so. That's the funny thing. Like he went into The Power of Us, and like which is supposed to be like a sequel in like that rebooted world, and they were nowhere to be seen. So I was like, okay.
Oh well.
Stop.
Oh,
Yeah, oh well.
fuck.
I'll really miss those characters that I don't even fucking remember. But yeah, like you should definitely watch The Power of Us. It was actually like really good. Like it was like Ghibli level like animation, like amazing music. It had a really nice plot. I would highly recommend it. If you still like Pokemon movies, I would definitely watch it because it's really lovely.
Yeah, and I was actually like contemplating I've been wanting to actually see the reboot and that one like eventually.
I want to have
the power. Sorry, Cam.
I think I want to actually do something with Pokemon in like the new movies, because me and Silver have been talking about some projects we wanted to do, help out some voice actors, get some talent, and do like stupid dubs, like how Djibouti Dubs does their bullshit. I was thinking about doing one of the reboot and something like that. But going on to your point with the movies that I saw, I do have to say that I think with Pokemon in general, has just improved vastly from like what we've been seeing back in the olden days of the Pokemon anime in the 1990s.
Yeah, it really has. Like they, because they have to get the movies out very quickly, and they're also doing the anime as well. So like how they get it all done with that production rate is just pretty insane to me. Because it's like the Sun and Moon anime. Like Sun and Moon came out 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago now, nearly 3 years ago, and the anime's still going. So it's like, holy shit. How are they able to? Yeah, exactly. When is it gonna end?
We were fucking close, but that stupid idiot had to fucking cheat and beat Ash with his fucking.
I mean, Ash
is
like,
mad about that.
I know it is a bit annoying how like Ash, always does that thing where he goes into a new region, he'll get new Pokemon like respected to the region, which I guess does make sense. And it's good that it's still going. But yeah, I mean, I do love the movies. Like there are quite a lot that I've missed, but the movies up until I can't remember.
Tails was in one of the voice for Tails in the 4Kids dub was the most annoying fucking Pokemon ever, and that was when I was like, okay, I think it's time to stop. Watched the Pokemon movie since.
Yeah, because honestly,
Except
like
for the
4Kids dub of Pokemon, like before they changed, was amazing. And I'm not gonna, voice actors, dubbing is really hard, and I have, loads of respect for every voice actor. But
it wasn't like the voice actor's fault. It was like during when the new cast came in, but they had Tails do that voice for that annoying leaf little shit for some reason, and it was him. It was that character, and it's like, oh god, fuck, I hate him so much.
I know. I
don't remember his name.
Remember which Pokemon are you talking about?
All right, so like, it was just this leaf thing. It was voiced by Tails, and it had two forms. One where it was just kind of like a little hedgehog with flowers on its back.
Oh, Shaman?
Its head. Shaman! Fuck Shaman! He's a little bitch! I hate him!
Shaman's adorable.
I hate him!
It is really cute. I haven't seen enough of
Listen, it's like I always say, cuteness doesn't add to the fact that I want to strangle that piece of shit and stomp on its skull if it asks me for food again. No, I do not have food. Get it yourself and get yourself a fucking job!
Jesus.
What, the Shaman?
Yeah.
Asks for food all the time. He's so annoying to the fucking trainer.
Oh, that's right. It did kept asking for food. That
Oh, really? Oh,
it went to fucking Meowth. It was like, give me food. I was like, you piece of shit.
Which series was this? Like, which anime?
I believe this was Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, shit. That was ages ago then. That was like nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
It was so long.
Diamond and Pearl came out in 2008, so that was 10 years ago. Shit.
Do
you know what like breaks my fucking heart about that though? Is that like it honestly feels like I was playing that game like yesterday.
Right.
Damn.
And like it's been 10 years, and it's like well, nearly 11 because it's 2019, so it's like pushing 11 now.
Yeah.
So that is absolutely mental.
That is pretty fucking crazy. It's like you have this milestone, like, all right, I made it to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and now you're 50. just immediately is like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, can we all agree that no matter how many Pokemon animes that come out, no matter how many Pokemon movies come out, we will still never freaking comprehend what the hell Ash's actual age is?
7.
Yeah, that's the only thing that is really annoying, because it's like, if they've been making him grow up this whole time, just a little bit even, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, it's like obviously years have passed, because they do stuff like, in Sun and Moon, they did an episode where he goes back and meets Brock and Misty. So it's like he obviously knows them from back then, because that's why he's going back to visit them. So like
he's like, no, bro, this is like a few weeks ago.
Yes, it's like canonically, like their friendship, like it's definitely been years, and yet he's like still the same age, and it's like, oh, like it's just stuff like that pisses me off.
It almost looks like they made him younger in the Sun and Moon anime.
I know, that's the thing, because they changed the animation style, and then he does look slightly younger in that style as well.
I was very angry when people were like, oh, we're not going to support this because they actually are putting effort into changing the animation. I'm just like, shut up.
No,
Bro,
they're
at least giving us an attempt to fucking look better and to update the style.
Oh, no, yeah, the Sun and Moon anime looks amazing. Like, the animation is definitely higher budget than it was, like, for sure.
Yes.
And, like, the expressions they give them and all these little things like that, like, it's much better. So,
Come on, now has, like, money they can burn.
Yeah, well, it fucking well should.
In the English dub, apparently there is like a bunch of voice actors, or I don't know if it was the same voice actress that does Misty currently, but they had like a lot of voice actors that. All right, the joke with Misty, or not Misty, I'm sorry, Jessie's voice actress is that she acts as a bunch of people. She's an actress. She's like, I fucking played as Ranma and Serena and shit like that.
Oh, you're talking about the thing that they did in the episode that? Oh, is that the thing?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Because Jessie is voiced by a Japanese actress called Megumi Hayashibara in Japan, and she's had like a really long career, and she's been like some of the most iconic anime characters like ever. So for that episode,
Ranma,
yeah, exactly, like loads and loads of stuff, fucking Cowboy Bebop, all that kind of shit. So, and she's still voicing, like, they're all still voicing the characters in Japan. Like, she still voices Jessie, or Musashi as she's called in Japan. And then the episode was that thing where like she dressed up as like a whole load of like Megumi's characters. And then it was quite cool because in the English dub they did quite a nice thing where she had like at the end Jessie dressed as Lena from Slayers like came up.
Yeah,
and they got like the original English voice actor for Lena to do that one line that she says, and I thought that was really sweet.
Oh my gosh.
I fucking screamed when I saw that.
Yeah, I thought that was really
so
nice.
happy.
So it's like, you know, it was really sweet.
You know,
I'm actually one thing that was pretty cool for me, I had a little bit of a fangirl moment, is I recently got cast in a game, an indie game made by a team in the Philippines called Grand Guilds, and they are going to be launching their Kickstarter soon. It's going to come out on the Switch. It looks really cool, but the actress for Jessie in the English dub is in that game as well.
Oh.
So I was like, I was really excited because, like, you know, I'm sharing a game with her and like I really admire her work and everything like that. So that was like a really like nice moment for me. Because even though I was sad that the dub changed, like I still really respect, you know, the actors that, you know, replace them. And dubbing is a really hard job in general. So anybody who does that has my respect.
Right.
Whenever I have someone that or I watch someone that I see like in a movie that I haven't seen in a long time, a certain voice actor, like when they did the Yu-Gi-Oh dub for the movie that came out recently, I was so happy that they got the original VAs back, because that can mean like a lot of things. That can mean, oh, they're gonna get more roles now, they're gonna have like a big shine in popularity, they'll go to more conventions, this and that. I actually met the voice of James, very nice man, has a band, is a musician, is a music boy. He's a music boy. I will send links after this podcast, but like, no, he's legitimately a very Eric. Fuck, I forgot his last name, but like the voice of James is a good boy. He's very nice, very sweet. But it's always good to see a voice actor that you're a fan of when they haven't been in a lot of things, and then now all of a sudden they're in this thing that you're watching currently, and you're just like, oh shit,
yeah,
I know that man. Filthy Frank video. Oh shit, I know that bitch. Shakers video.
It's also hard to believe that, like, throughout all these years, it's been the exact same voice actresses for Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah, that is really sweet. I mean, the fact that like you know, like Ikura Atani is still voicing Pikachu after all these years is just so amazing.
It's awesome.
And I really love her, because like anyone that can like emote with their only word being Pikachu and can emote that much is just insane to me. Like it's, you know, that's so much talent. I know, and she still sounds adorable, and she's like in her 40s now or something.
Around
she still sounds so cute. Yeah, no, I love her. Like, how old is she actually? She's 53.
Oh my lord!
Fuck. Jesus Christ, she sounds so adorable still. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god.
God damn.
Yeah, no, also stuff like that. It's just, I could go on about Pokemon for ages, actually. So if we are gonna have a subject change, maybe now's a good time, because honestly, Pokemon is like one of my favorite franchises ever.
Can't take a break off of Pokemon for a second, because there is another thing I want to talk about. Has been Hotel.
Oh yes.
Simply due to the fact that when I was first watching Has Been Hotel, I'll be honest, it was definitely a little different from what I was seeing. I was thinking, it's gonna be like fucking Victor and Valentino with the music and everything. But the first trailer didn't get me. But it was a clip with you singing. Very good job, by the way. I think that was kind of when I was like, okay, they obviously have a more. Well, I am very excited to see what's going on. But how did the audition process go for getting the singing voice of Charlie?
I mean, because she held the auditions publicly to do the actual speaking voices, and this was back in like 2017, and my mic quality and even my voice acting has improved still insanely since then. So I wish I'd been able to audition now with how I am now as opposed to who I was back then. But she did the audition publicly, so I actually auditioned for a lot of the main characters that were open. So I auditioned for Charlie, I auditioned for Nifty, I auditioned for Katie, and I didn't get any of them, but I was told that because they were still in contact, sent my audition. She said, we like the auditions, but she said, you know, we are going to be holding auditions for the singing for Charlie. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, yes, because she said, you know, she's basically like a Disney princess of hell, you know. So I was like, oh yeah, that's my jam, because you know I've done so many Disney covers on my YouTube. I love Disney, you know, I love that style of singing. So that's how I got my chance, really. So I auditioned, you know, I sent some of the videos, like the covers that I'd already done of like Disney princess songs. I had to do like a few custom things in the audition as well. But then that's how I got it. And I was, because you know, it's just always really nice to be a part of original stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I was really pleased. And then I recorded that song, and the one in the video, which is now up. God, that's posted like 6 months ago now. That's insane. It doesn't feel like that at all. But I recorded that, and it was difficult because, you know, I had to like imitate Jill, who does Charlie's speaking voice. And you know, obviously her voice is very different to mine. Obviously she's American and she's got like a higher pitched voice, so I had to imitate that in the singing. And because the song was quite difficult vocally anyway, so having to like be like really high pitched and American and sing with that much energy, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it was hard. It was like one of the hardest things I've ever sung, but it was so much fun. And you know, also because the song was written by you know, Parry Grip, who wrote like the, you know, do you like waffles, yeah, we like waffles, and like me.
God, what?
Yeah.
I did
like,
not know that.
Oh really? Yeah, no,
World?
he wrote it. So I was really like fangirling again, because me and my
That
friends
was
used
the
to like
bane of my existence for like 5 fucking years. Me and my brother kept quoting that shit, and my brother did to piss me off. And it's like, motherfucker, I will fucking put waffles and pancakes and French toast in your throat.
That's what
I
we were all
cannot
like doing in
believe.
high school. Like, me and my friends used to sing it to each other, and like me and my cousin used to sing that to each other as well. I mean, this was years ago. This was like back in like, you know, 2005. Like, so when I heard it was him again, I was like, oh my God, I feel really honored that, you know, I get to sing something that like he wrote, you know, after being a fan after all this time, like, you know,
That is crazy.
over 10 years, like nearly 15 years
Speaking
now.
of your relationship with Husband Hotel, and then we'll get back to we'll get to Death Battle in a second.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to ask, do you have a relationship with the cast, or how does that like end up playing?
Oh, what the yeah, I mean, I'm friends with some of them. Like I'd say who I'm probably the closest to Michelle, who voices Nifty. Like, we're really good friends. Like, we've met in real life. Like, I go to Burbank and visit people quite a lot, as often as I can. So, you know, we had like a sleepover last time I was there, and you know, like, we're really good friends. We've been in like lots of other stuff together. Other people who are in it, like, I've met, and I could say that I'm friends with, but again, like, you know, when they live all the way over there and I'm here, it's sort of hard to, like, you know, we're all friends, like, we all know each other, and obviously, you know, we're all in it, so we all know of each other and all that kind of stuff, and I really admire. So yeah, like, I follow, you know, like, people follow me and I follow them, and yeah, it's all really lovely and positive.
That's really good.
Silver, did you want to ask any questions related to her voice acting prowess?
I don't know about that.
Come on, you have a studio. What I have to voice act in is my microphone and that closet, and sometimes I don't even use that closet.
And with me, I basically just have my garage.
Dude, I literally have a bedroom, and then I have a mini room attached to that bedroom, and then I've got my recording stuff in there. I don't even have a proper booth. I've literally like soundproofed. I put acoustic panels on the walls, but honestly, like, because I pretty much like crawled my way up from the very bottom with voice acting, and I have a friend who's an audio engineer, and he basically helped me set everything up, because I'm crap with all that stuff. Like, I can like do like, you know, basic audio engineering, and you know, I know a bit of lingo and all that kind of crap, but like, he really helped me. And he was always like, you don't have to have the most expensive equipment ever if you can get something sturdy that's good quality, but you know, it doesn't have to cost thousands and thousands. And you know, you can make a good space as using any type of means. If you just are creative and you know, because you obviously, you know, some people, they want to make like a proper space and make it look all professional, but it's like, as long as it sounds good, it doesn't really matter what the space looks like. So that, because honestly, my recording space looks like a bit of a hot mess, but it doesn't matter because my audio quality is fine, and that's what I care about. So, you know, you don't even need a booth, really.
All right, that makes me happier to be a semi-retired voice actor.
As long as it sounds good.
Alrighty, a few other questions I have, then we'll go back to the topic of Pokermans.
Yeah, I actually had a question like that would lead back into Pokemon. That's why.
Oh, okay. That's why you're waiting on me to ask the Death Battle question. So how was the casting for Death Battle? As somebody that loves the show himself and would one day want to get into the show, Death Battle, please.
That would be cool.
Really, how did the audition process go for Death Battle?
I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to disclose, purely because I don't know, and I don't want anyone to be mad at me. But I was recommended by someone to the people who do the casting for it, because he heard that they were looking for like British people, like 1 to add to the roster and like 2 to try out for that role. And back then, because this was like 2016, so again, I had been voice acting for a little while, but again, my setup wasn't that great, and I was just sort of getting into it. Like, I still wasn't quite sure at that point if I wanted to do it like professionally. So I was really nervous. So I thought, I'll give it a go, because I've always been a trier. And then when I did get it, I was like, I went to my mum. I was like, "Mum, I got cast in something cool." It was like the first kind of, like, I would say, pretty popular YouTube series thing that I got cast in, like, at the time. So, you know, I was really happy and grateful. So
it is always good to be cast in something, especially when it's with somebody you admire a lot.
Yeah.
You get to work with. Oh, fuck.
For some reason, the reaction of like afterward, like for some reason, I don't know why, it just came to my brain of just thinking of that one meme of the kid that he gets a 430 subscribers. It's like, oh no way, mom, what? I have 430 subscribers. Who gives a shit?
That is a good one.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, because my mum was like, oh, because obviously my mum, you know, she's a cool mum, but she's not up to date on YouTube culture or anything. So she was like, "Oh, well done. That's really good."
What is that?
But I wasn't going to tell her it was a show about, like, you know, popular characters fucking murdering each other in gore and guts. But, you know, I was really pleased. And I actually do play Overwatch a lot, and I have been playing it since it came out. So I was really happy for it to be Tracer. If it was going to be anybody, I would have been grateful. But, you know, the fact that Tracer and Overwatch was really popular, you know, like when it just came out, so it was like mega popular at the time. So
many Overwatch is dead jokes, but because both of you like Overwatch,
it's
and I don't want to die
dead.
tonight.
Yeah, like
it's not dead. It's not. I hate when people say that.
Yeah.
It's like, there are still people who play it. There are still people who enjoy it. Like, you know, leave us the fuck alone. Like, just because you don't want to play it doesn't mean you have to.
I do want to play it, but I never get to because I'm fucking editing all the time.
It's like that with me as well. I don't get to game as much as I'd like, but I still love the game.
Yeah,
Created in fucking WWE 2K19. I have to make sure.
Even
fucking costume.
Even as a coincidence, I was actually gonna like stream it later on today.
Hey. Are you a fellow Moira main?
Actually,
I am.
I love like her design and all that. It's actually one of my good friends that also joins me on the channel sometimes, that she loves Moira so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love her so much. When they announced her, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. My favorite though, like, even though I do agree with everyone saying that she's basically the devil, is fucking May.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, if you get like a good May, it's just really annoying, because anybody who's like a hindrance on the game is really irritating. And then they sort of, I think the only thing about Overwatch, just before we change subjects, is that's a bit annoying, is that they make kind of odd choices when it comes to like the buffing and the nerfing. Like I feel like characters that generally don't really need the buff get the buff, and characters who really need a buff get a nerf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was actually talking about it with some other friends that like they told me that Junkrat's gonna get a damage buff soon. Like, why? He doesn't need it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's fine. And then they did that thing with Brigitte as well. Like, she was irritating. Like, don't get me wrong, but they gave her a nerf which annoyed me, and it was obviously I thought her being able to go through shields was unfair, because Reinhardt has his shield for a reason, and right now his shield is pretty much fucking useless because everyone can go through it and just absolutely gangbang him and kill him.
Everyone has a better shield than me.
Yes. They did the thing with Brigitte where they were like, okay, they made it so that she couldn't go through shields, but then they took her shield bash down from 50 damage to 5. And I was like, surely something in the middle, like 25, would have been a bit more fair. But nerfing it from 50 to 5, I was like, I'm barely going to fucking play her now, because what's the point if I can't finish off someone with a fucking shield bash if it's only going to do like 5 damage? So I was like, what the fuck? It's just, and then Reaper got that annoying buff as well where he shoots at close range, and I think it's like he regenerates a little bit of health or something like that. So if you're in a 1v1 with a Reaper, you can basically you just say goodbye because you're fucked. Like, it's that kind of thing. And as a healer main, it's just like, it's really frustrating because I can't even get away or 1v1 him in any way. I don't know.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Mr. Ow, the edge. Like, can't.
What was that thing, Silver, in your Kingdom Hearts playthrough? What was that thing that you had Riku say? Something about the sauce.
Oh.
And Sora's joining the sauce.
Just come join me in the sauce, Sora. It's the darkness sauce.
76, come and join me in the sauce.
From the sauce.
Okay, Silver. So getting back to Pokermans.
What I was gonna ask was I'll answer first, and then I want to hear what are you guys's like preferences, I guess. What are you guys' favorite Pokemon type? Mine is ghost type.
Like monkey.
I like monkey.
I like monkey type.
The only lame monkey type Pokemon are the fucking stupid ones with the tree on his head, the fire one.
Panpour, Pansage, Panseer.
Yeah, those fucking abominations of the monkey brand. They're fucking nothing but a goddamn joke.
But actual type, like fire, water.
They don't fucking go and swing. I am sorry. I don't give a fuck about type. I only care if it's a monkey. If it's not a monkey, you can get that the fuck out of here. Except for my sad boy. I love my sad boy.
So I'm just gonna say like fighting or normal then for you, which is what most of the monkey
types
are.
Probably. The Chimchar is my
fucking fighting ACOM fucking normal. I would say my favorite. This is a very hard decision because honestly, like there's so many that I love. But I'd say my general favorite is water, which is what I always go back to. They're the types that I've always picked 80% of the time in all the games that I've played. Like for Diamond, fucking what the fuck they call Gold. Sun and Moon, I pick the water type. Like they're like the general. Sapphire, I pick the water type as well. So like I just love water types.
Oh yeah.
I love Sun and Moon. Not only that, with water types, they're more aesthetically pleasing to look at. So
they are, yeah. They're really
point.
beautiful. They're beautiful Pokemon, and I just love. Yeah, I just love them. Like if they were real, and I love
Poplio.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Especially with
I love
Poplio.
Poplio. I picked it.
It just like seeing freaking in the regular Sun and Moon, I picked Rowlet just because its final evolution is also a ghost type. But I also liked Poplio, so when I got Ultra Moon, I'm just like, I'm gonna get Poplio, and just like
yes, it evolves into a water fairy type that sings, and it has a move called Sparkling Aria, which is perfect, and it's a water and a fairy. So I was like, this Pokemon speaks to me. It's a performer. Water fairy. I was like, I love Primarine. I was like, oh, a mermaid, but mine was a male though, so I called it Bubble Boy. and it was
it
was really sweet.
Mine was a male too, actually.
Yeah, I'm a bit over this whole kind of it's more likely that you're going to get a male starter than a female one. Like, I really think they should just make it 50-50 now, because it's like, why is that a thing? Like, I don't really get the reasoning for that at all. So it's just kind of like, because
I was gay.
Well, I mean, because I want female Pokemon. Like, you know, I'm a female player. I like my team to be like a bunch of girls. Like, you know, I like that feeling, like the girl squad.
Yeah.
So, like, the fact that I have to, like, restart my game over and over again, talk to the professor until I get a female Pokemon is just a bit irritating. So I was just
I could definitely see the Scottish Pokemon trainer, if she has your same mindset, just walking over to the fucking professor, giving him or her or it some bits, and being like, "Oi, listen, I really need you to get me a female Poplio."
Just bribe them.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna slip you a $5, and you gotta give me a female Pokemon in
like, I don't think I can do that. She takes out a fucking gack. I don't think you understand.
You won't say that again.
Yeah. you wanna fucking run that by me again, lad?
Fucking. That is like going back with the gender thing. It is weird how like especially when X and Y came out, like when I was actually told like, oh, you're more likely to get a male starter with all of them. It's like, well, guess what, buddy boy? My Froakie's a girl.
Lucky. I literally restarted Heart Gold until I got a female Cyndaquil, because I thought I picked Totodile in the original Gold, so I thought for Heart Gold I'd go with Cyndaquil instead, because I do like Typhlosion. So I was like, no, I want it to be a girl. So I kept on restarting the fucking game like 50 times until I finally got a girl. It was like, oh, just make it 50-50.
Yeah,
like, it's like 12%.
And just picking characters in general. I love sad, pathetic characters in anime, or like anything really. I love my Jean Arcs. I love my Samsons. I love my Minettas. And you fucking know, I fucking love Piplup. I'm gonna. I love. It's either Pip. All right, sad boys are my favorite boys. God damn it.
I like sad boy.
But main one. Or if I'm picking a Pokemon, it's either I can get my sad cutie Piplup, or I could get a Chimchar. Is Chimchar a monkey? Yes, I'm getting Chimchar. I don't care if Piplup is a good character in the DP fucking anime. I don't care if it looks aesthetically the most pleasing. I love Chimchar because he's a monkey. So I'm getting Chimchar.
I think it was really crazy though. I think Diamond and Pearl was like the only generation where I chose all 3 starters. Like, I kept restarting the game. Like, I love them all, so I want to like use them all. And like, I saved them like in the little transfer boxes.
Aww.
So when I restarted the games, I still had the starters that I had.
Oh yeah, no, I loved the starter that I really liked that not many people like, which this generation people say that they didn't really like, which I found weird. But I picked Torchic in Sapphire.
Really?
And I loved it. I loved it way more than like Mudkip. I thought Blaziken was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like fire fighting chicken.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
With a lot of other ones, I would always like go for 2 of them. And with that one, yeah, I chose Mudkip and Torchic. I loved Torchic. It was adorable.
Yeah, it was really, exactly. It was really sweet.
I had a plushie of him.
Oh, I wish I had, but I had a plushie of Piplup.
Oh shit! Hold on, guys. Do you hear that? It's the bell. It's the notification bell. You know what time it is, bitches. It's fucking ad time. Today we have a very good sponsorship today. Stones, Hearthstones, stones that can make your Pokemon turn to a buff boy or keep them forever as a Pokemon you don't want it to be. Do you want your Pikachu to have an existential crisis and try and see if he can level up so he can fight better? Fuck that shit. Take the stone and chuck it over the fucking river. So you'll never have to have your Pikachu level up ever again. He'll never get stronger. He'll stay the fucking same in every single region you go to. We have customers right now who like their stones. Sir, what do you have to say?
I
legit thought you were being serious.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we do. sponsorships.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Oh no breaking kayfabe. Come on, sir. What do you have to say about your stone and keeping your Pokemon the same way forever?
I gotta say, I bought one on the black market before I went to the official, and I gotta say the official works a lot better. The black market one, it didn't work at all. It just raised its attack stat just once. I felt very disappointed.
And this, what's your thought on keeping your Piplup the same forever and never evolving it?
I would never do that because that's fucking cruel.
All right, fascinating. Very smart people. So if you don't want your Pokemon to get stronger, then buy your you can't get stronger stone juice thing here at the Pokemon store today. The address is 111 Viridian City.
Viridian City. You can't say Viridian City.
I'm on my way to Viridian City.
That's a fucking jam. That whole album is such a jam. Like, have you actually gone back and listened to it? Like, they put so much effort.
I'm subscribed to the man that makes the music. He actually worked with fucking Chris O'Neill and Zach Hadel, and that's amazing to think about.
Oh, that's so cool.
Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'll link that as well.
Subscribe.
You better like send me all those links, unlike with Bobby, where I say like
football fucking.
Yeah, where I say like
he tried to go to do the football halftime show, and he fucking killed it, and he should have gotten it, but he wasn't going to because he's not a celebrity.
Like I said, you better send me these links. Unlike with Bobby, where I say, can you send me that? And he's like, sure. And then like he never fucking sends it to me.
Fam, you know me. I love promoting almost every single thing that I see. Subscribe to Furry Bros. Even though I love promoting every single thing that I see. It's great. subscribe to Furry Bros. Okay, so some more Pokemon related stuff that we're gonna have to see. I want to talk about the Scottish Pokemon cutie that you thought of voice for. How the fuck did you think about that? Do you think, hey, I'll do this real quick?
I literally, the first video that I made it in like 10 minutes. Like, that's the funny thing about it. Like, it was just weird. I don't know. Like, a friend of mine, he was like, okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit. So, was this 2018 or 2017? No, last year. I don't know if you remember the Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet trailer where Merida goes off in a stream of like Scottish dialect.
Yes.
And no one understands. So it also goes back further than that, because what people were doing back when that trailer came out is that they were matching the picture to older Scottish tweets from that they genuinely made like years ago. So stuff like someone says at the drive-through, do you want a cup holder? Of course I do, you fucking rape Robbie. I'm not a fucking octopus. Like, that was an actual like Scottish tweet that a guy or someone made years ago. So what people were doing is that they were matching those tweets with Merida. So back then, this was like last year, I was voicing some of those tweets in Merida's voice as best I could, just for a laugh. And it made people laugh. And one of them that I posted, it got like quite a lot of like retweets and likes. It got like definitely over 100,000 likes or something. Probably like over like 130,000. So like it was the funny thing at the time. Like, it was kind of the trending Twitter thing. So it got like, I did a few of those and they got quite popular. So anyway, fast forward back down to Pokemon. People immediately pick up on the fact that it's set in the UK, and the whole thing. The reason why people say that the trainer is Scottish is because she's wearing a hat called a tam o' shanter, which was a man. I have to look it up quickly because I used to be told about him when I was a kid. It's a poem by Robert Burns, who is an extremely famous Scottish poet. Like, some of the most famous poems, The Address to the Haggis, are all written by him. Like, he's a Scottish historical icon. So a tam o' shanter is the hat that he wore. There's the name of the guy, but it was the hat. It's also the hat that he wears. So if you look it up on Google, you'll see what the hat looks like. It's her hat. Yeah. So basically, that's kind of where it came from. So it sort of stemmed from there and sort of like snowballed, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much like where the meme came from. That's why everyone was calling her Scottish. So anyway, so people were putting, again, pictures of the trainer to these Scottish tweets. And then someone did like the same thing, oh, you'd probably, I'm not a fucking octopus, all those kind of tweets, or the Meredith. It was basically the Meredith shit all over again. So I had a friend of mine go like, oh, you should totally voice these, as a joke. So I was like, haha. So I went off, and then in 10 minutes, I just recorded one of them. That's probably the one with like the most likes, the one that has like 83,000 likes on Twitter or something. That was the one I did in like 10 minutes, and I posted it. And it sort of just like snowballed from there. And then I did, people were doing this amazing artwork and comic dubs, and I just did them for a laugh because people found them funny. And I did the ones that weren't like in a Scottish accent as well. They were like kind of Cockney, like London. I did like the one which was like the quote from Bricktop from Snatch, which is a really funny, which is a great film. And it kind of just like snowballed from there. And then like I got mentioned on like Know Your Meme and all that kind of crap, and it just went absolutely nuts. But honestly, it was all just like dumb fun, and it was making people laugh, so I just kept doing it, and then I got a little bit of hate for them as well from like from Scottish people who were like, oh, accent sucks. And I was like, well, it doesn't, because I'm Scottish as well. Like I've got Scottish grandfather and lots of Scottish family, so like I am Scottish as well. I just wasn't born and raised in Scotland. But anyway, so from there it just and then it just was funny.
Now I want to ask, is this one of the things where you're like, in a few years you'll be regretting it, or are you absolutely loving what you're doing with the
No, not at all.
Scottish trainer as of right now?
I think it made people laugh. Like it was funny, it was cute. I love Pokemon. I love doing that kind of voice. I love just doing voices in general. Like it gave me a lot of creative freedom with like the comic dubs. It was really fun for me to edit the comic dubs, because I love editing fun stuff like that. It's all just
always good.
Yeah, exactly. It's all just more of a fun experience, and if it's making people laugh, then I'm gonna keep doing it because people were really liking it, and that's the main thing. People were saying stuff like, I think the thing that was like making me want to keep doing it was that people were saying stuff to me, like replying to the tweet with like, oh, I was having a really bad day, but this had me crying with laughter. It was stuff like that, and that made me think, I would just like to do as many of them as long as the meme is going, just to make people laugh.
It's still going too.
Yeah.
It kind of, I mean, it's died down a lot since February and early March, but it's still kind of going to an extent. So, and also when the game comes out, it'll probably surface again.
Oh my god!
And I have a lot of
more trailers. If it's more trailers or something.
Yeah, like, more trailers.
You can customize your fucking players. There's gonna be fucking bagpipes or some shit.
Oh, I hope they make them customizable. That'd be amazing.
For the blood.
Exactly. So it'll probably rise again.
Very good analogy from Elsie Lovelock from what we've gotten so far. We got a few more questions going on, and then we're gonna probably call it a day.
Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is starting, but it's the pre-show, so who cares? So a few other questions I want to say. Fairy Kill. We're doing this now, folks. Here we go. Brock's crippling loneliness. Ash's immortality. Serena's love for Ash, which is very one-sided.
Wait, what? Wait, what's the context of this? Is this a question? Is this like what's the context of the question?
Okay, I don't know. I just said things. Anyway, here's a real question.
Okay. I was legit going to answer, but I was like, is this a proper question?
I don't know why I had a brain fart because I was going to ask you a question, but then I just said fuck Mary Kill.
Okay, but you remember it now.
That was just filler. It's filler to get the runtime in, folks. All right, actual question. What do you think made you get started with Pokemon? What was your first, like, for everybody, what was their first introduction to Pokemon, and what made them like...
Oh shit, I don't know, because I mean, I personally, just answering quick, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't play Blue so much because I was still quite young when it came out, because I think it came out on the Game Boy like 98, 99, so I was like 6 or 7. So I didn't really play that one as much as I played, for example, say Gold, which came out in like 2001, and I was sort of like 9, or I think I was like 9. So I was a bit more like compos mentis, and I was able to like play games a lot better, when I got to that age. So I loved the anime when I was younger, like so much. Like I watched it all the time. Like sometimes I watch the anime to this day, like the Indigo League episodes, and I get teary eyed because I miss that part of my life so much. Like getting up in the morning and watching Pokemon, and then like just lying on my bed at the weekend and just playing my Game Boy. Like it honestly, like Pokemon still makes me really emotional. So yeah, I kind of like liked it all back when it first came out, but I was probably into the anime first before like Blue, even though that came out first. But yeah, I don't know. It was easier to watch stuff as a little kid than play the game, if you know what I mean. But yeah.
Yeah. I would say like I was actually like kind of the same. My older sister got me into the anime and then also the trading cards. I didn't play the games much, and then like I think from like a couple other generations after, I didn't see much of it, and then when the fourth generation came out, I got like so excited. I'm like, there's more, yes. And then like,
Aww.
and that's when I actually like got into like the games more and all that. So
Hold on. Did my internet?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Because I thought I asked a question and everything was silent for a second. I was like, oh no, oh fuck, my internet again.
Oh my god.
No, you're good. I could hear Silver talking at least, so.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Continue, Silver. My.
Besides that, I think when like the other versions of the older games came out, like the remake of like Red and Blue, and like when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, I believe I got Soul Silver just because I liked Lugia a little bit better. But like I think.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I think it all started with like I think I'm like remembering this like quite well, like from how I recall. I was still young at the time, so like I think I went into a toy store. I forgot which one, but like just walk over and I see like a shelf full of Pokemon stuff, and I see like tins of like the trading cards, but like in the fronts you see like one of Chimchar, one of Piplup, and one of Turtwig. I'm like, what the heck? I've never seen these Pokemon before.
No. Say really quick. I only like Turtwig because of his stupid voice. He goes, Turtwig. I don't know why.
Yeah, and I think that's mainly like how I, like overall, how I got more into Pokemon, just like because of my older sister showing me the anime and the cards, and then just seeing the fourth generation, not knowing what it was at first, like in a toy store. And then I got into the games after, like right after that.
Yeah, no, it's honestly like one of my favorite franchises ever. Like it's nice hearing about how different people got into it at sort of different stages, and with whether it was the game or the anime or what. But I've played pretty much every Pokemon game, based on a new region and stuff that's come out. I think the only one I ever saw was X and Y, because at the time that came out, I couldn't afford it, and then I just kind of like forgot about it. So that was the only one I missed. But apart from that, I've played like all of them.
I actually really liked X and Y, mainly because that was the generation that contained my favorite ghost type, which was Pumpkaboo.
Oh, I see. I don't know what that is because I didn't play. Boo! I love ghost types though as well. Like honestly, I love them.
Yeah, if you mainly like the merge between like a weird floating cat thing and a jack-o'-lantern, that's what it looks like.
Oh, I want to look at it now. What's it called?
Wait, hold on. I think I can. Because I can actually just like put one on the Discord.
If you know how to spell it, I can look it up.
Oh yeah, it's PUMP and then KABOO. And
Pumpkaboo.
Yeah, and
I think if I say, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
this. Oh, little baby. Oh, that's really sweet. Oh, bless. Oh, I
Talking
love
about the cutest Pokemon, I think, in my opinion,
Mime Junior.
Joltik.
It's a spider.
The
little spider boy. I love him.
No, it's really cute. It is really sweet Pokemon. Yeah, no, you're right. But it's Mime Junior though. You spelled Mime Junior wrong.
Fucking just show me pictures of this because we'll have a fight and I'll win.
Mime Junior
I'm
is
sorry, but
pretty cute.
Mime Junior is like literally my favorite Pokemon, I think, because it's so fucking cute and it's just perfect. I'll send a picture. It's baby form of Mr. Mime, who I love.
Yeah,
and it's got, like,
I don't
little...
really. You see,
it's not as creepy looking as Mr. Mime.
Yeah, it looks better than Mr. Mime in all honesty.
He's alright.
Yeah, it's.
I don't hate Mr.
It's
Mime.
alright. It's perfect.
It's perfect
it's
if you're a single
perfection
mother.
right there. Little nose, little arms, little feet. It's got a little skirt and a little swirly cupcake hat. It's perfect.
I forgot that he existed. And I was like, oh yeah, that's James's fucking Pokemon because he loves fucking.
Yeah. Freaking the one thing that I liked about
the only thing that doesn't hurt him when they give him love.
Yeah.
I also have a plushie of it, and it's so cute.
Aww.
I'll send you my picture of my plushie.
Yes.
But yeah, keep talking. I'm just going to send you a picture.
The one thing that I liked about Pumpkaboo a lot was like I also liked its evolution Gourgeist, how like the bottom now just looks like a actual jack-o'-lantern, and then
look
at it.
Little baby.
It actually does look good in fucking plushie form. Doesn't have the white little eyes.
It's so fucking.
I actually have a plushie of Pumpkaboo too.
I have a plushie of Fennekin, who is my favorite.
Oh, Fennekin's sweet.
I do is like, all right, if we're speaking about Pokemon stuff, what I did was because my mom loves plushies and she's disabled.
Oh.
However, what I decided to do, she loves plushies. So she loves, like, she has her little Minnie Mouse plushie and stuff like that. What my brother and I decided to do was, when I was still working at the labor pool, we decided to save some of that money and actually give her 3 plushies. And it was the starter Pokemon that we grew up with: Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, and we gave those to our mom.
Aww.
So they kind of
went.
Really
sweet.
The sad part is they kind of came fucked up. I'm gonna send you guys some pictures in this podcast of the plushies. Actually, hold on, and I'll be right back.
And here's a picture of my Pumpkaboo plushie. Since we're showing plushies, wait, it's loading. It's still loading. There it is.
Oh. Cute. Oh, it's so sweet.
and what was I gonna say? The other thing that I liked about this Pokemon was that, like, for some reason they made it where the sizes were just outrageous. There could be like really big ones, or there were just extremely tiny ones, and that's like
I know.
There was like a gift.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I found the gift. Like, this is the gift of like what I was talking about. Like they could sometimes make them just super tiny. It's freaking. Wait, this is loading. There it is.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I love it. I didn't know that thing existed again because I didn't play X and Y, so I didn't know. I have so many Pokemon plushies. I have Skitty, Jirachi, Happiny, Beware, Sylveon, Jigglypuff, and Togepi. I think I'm looking at my shelf. Yeah, those are the ones I have.
Nice.
And Piplup. I
think I used to have a. No, I don't see it. I used to have a plushie of Duskull, but I don't know where it is anymore.
Oh, I love Duskull.
I remember I always that was one of my first favorites besides like Gengar, that like when I played like some of the other versions of not like of the actual Pokemon games, but like still Pokemon brand games where they had like other noises for some of the Pokemon. Like,
yeah,
Duskull had like a weird yet like cool sounding noise. I forgot like how it sounded.
I can't remember how it sounded in the anime.
It was like in the anime, I'm not sure if it's the same, but like
Oh, you mean in the game?
Yeah, in the.
Oh, yeah, no, it did. It had a cool cry. I think I
Yeah.
remember it, but I can't possibly imitate it because I might be wrong. But
Yeah, and
it was.
like, there was like a specific one though. Like, I remember I had a Pokemon like pinball game, but and
Shit, yeah. They
yeah,
did, like all these.
it was like for the Game Boy, and whenever like there was like this one thing with Duskulls, they made like a weird noise that it actually sounded cool. There was like a very soft, like soothing, like screech, or like a moan, like a weird moan. Like, I don't know how to like describe it though.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I can't possibly remember it though. But yeah, some other were like pretty cool.
Okay,
in
so
the
I
game.
came back. I was gonna take pictures of these plushies, but the battery is down. I'm just gonna describe them for you, and I'll send you both pictures of my plushies.
Like after.
You won't be after I tell you what the fuck's wrong with them. Okay, so fucking his face it looks fine in design, but if you look at his face, one half of his face is going slightly more upward, going downward. And again, I'll send you pictures after the podcast. Bulbasaur is absolutely 100% perfect in its design. Cute baby boy, so nothing's wrong with him. Bulbasaur is the one that's the most fucked up. Is that his eye, his right eye, is essentially up to the top of his right skull.
What the fuck?
Oh my
The
goodness!
eye design is so
What
fucked
happened?
up. Like, it's literally, he's supposed to have two eyes here, but his other eye is deformed and in the upper part of his skull.
What the fuck?
Normally I would return it, but my mom still liked the plushies, so nah, stay in here, even if they are a deformed mess.
Oh, well, that's sweet though.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very good. My mom loves them too, so that's why I got them. I do actually have one more plushie that's perfect in every way, shape, or form, aside from the Fennekin one that I don't think I have anymore. It's the Glaceon one.
Oh.
I loved Glaceon, but I really loved
Specifically for
it
my
so much.
mom, because we love her so much. And
Aw, that's really sweet.
right, with all this plushie and Pokemon talk, I think we have enough time for one more question.
Yes.
Well,
do you want to give one and I give one, or do you just have?
I guess I could be a simple one just because it just got brought up. What are you guys' like favorite Eevee evolution?
It's
Glaceon.
Yes.
The black one.
Oh, Umbreon?
Oh yeah, between Glaceon and Espeon, definitely.
Oh,
my edgy boy.
I can't choose between the two. I love them both so much.
yes.
Edgeon.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, between those two, I can't decide.
Like one of our friends, he is just obsessed with Sylveon.
I love its design so much. Like honestly, like it's got one of my favorite designs.
Yeah.
So that's totally.
I actually really like its shiny color. It really looks cool.
I haven't seen it shiny. I'm gonna look that up quick. Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
really adorable. I do have a plushie of that one as well.
What I'm honestly hoping, like hopefully in this new generation, that they add at least like 2 more Eevee evolutions, and I really pray that one of them would be a ghost type evolution.
Yeah, sure they will. It's pretty like customary to at least add like a couple, like one more or a couple more.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they will too.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Because some people have done like the most amazing fan design.
Yes. Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like one of a ghost type that looked really cool. Like the body was black, but like the fur like looked like it like just morphed into like a teal like ghost flame.
Oh, well, that sounds very nice.
Yeah.
I think I might know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and it really like hypes me up. Hopefully that they actually do something like that.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
John,
My opinion.
yes.
I think that we get with the evolutions of the next. Really hoping for some furry bait. Really hoping for some furry bait with Sad Boy.
No,
the full evolution of Sad Boy is the Chad and the monkey is the. I mean, no, he's the virgin and then the monkey is the Chad, and then we just get furry bait with.
No,
I'm
too innocent.
right. I honestly like.
Monster.
I'm hoping that they announce the evolution soon because I like it's mainly the evolutions that makes me like help me decide better on which starter to choose when I get the game.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm still never gonna pick the grass type though. As per my tradition, it's probably gonna be Sobble in all honesty because I just love the water types so much.
He has a
like,
gun though.
yeah,
Come on, what makes him not?
He's like, you fuck with me.
They all looked cool, but like it. I am also like with that mentality. I've always either gone with the water or the fire type. And when Sun and Moon came out, I'm just like, oh, they all look cute too. I don't know who to choose. And then when like the evolutions came out, I'm just like, Relic can turn into like a fucking ghost type assassin. I want him now.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
know what you mean.
I like it to be a surprise. I don't like looking at fucking trailers and shit. Which is why when Smash Brothers came out, we can unlock things and nobody knows who's gonna be where and how to get certain characters and shit like that. So, for me, I kind of would like it if they didn't announce everything with Pokemon. I mean, I guess I'm just the only one.
They probably will. I'm not gonna lie. They'll probably like.
Oh, they're gonna. I already know they're
Yeah.
gonna. But I would like to just one day have a game like Pokemon where they just don't announce anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If I already see all of it and I know what's gonna happen, I just be like, I'll watch Jacksepticeye fucking do a Let's Play of fucking Pokemon. I don't know.
I think overall,
Fucking Mark. I'll watch PewDiePie do a Let's Play with T-Series.
I think overall, just from looking at the new starters, I like them all, but I would either choose Sobble or Grookey.
No. Yeah, Sobble for me.
Scorbunny looks
I
cool,
think
but
in this starter pack that we are getting, there's no wrong answers for once. No one. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like really like fucking bash on any of the Pokemon. He loves them all. Very happy with my Sad Boy. I'm very happy with my monkey, and I'm very happy with my furry bait. It's gonna be.
No.
It's gonna be.
They're still
gay
innocent.
old time. Until the internet gets their hands on him.
Yeah, basically.
For the next fucking Pokemon to be Keys again.
Oh my god, Klefki. That was a Pokemon.
Yeah, that was extremely weird. I don't really like when Pokemon look too much like things, and that includes the first generation as well. So I'm not saying it goes for the later ones. Like, I don't like them to look too much like. I mean, a pair of fucking keys. I mean, unless you're gonna say like historically in Pokemon canon that keys are based on Klefki, then I'm not gonna.
Yeah. I think
is that when it'll be done. Let's go Klefki.
I think they tried to like cover it up like after X and Y. They try to cover it up in Sun and Moon. It's like, oh yeah, there are a lot of other Pokemon that are like that, like Comfey. It's basically a necklace. That's.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That one was cute though.
I want my drawer. I want my dirty clothes hamper Pokemon.
I mean, there's
a bunch of dirty clothes.
I mean, there is one that's basically a trash bag.
No, that's not dirty clothes. It's trash. I want a hamper, specifically a hamper with dirty clothes inside of it.
Clothes. Yeah.
Yes, and it keeps fucking falling off, and like you can clean it, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I got a new pair of fucking Gucci glasses, or whatever the fuck.
Just call it something like Laundry. Or Laundronite, something like that.
Laundry, Pokemon, hire us.
Right?
This is every board meeting. They just look at random shit and they're just like, let's make out a Pokemon. Fuck it. It's a mouse. It's a mouse pad. Let's use that mouse pad and make it a Pokemon.
I think one that like they kind of did good with was fucking what was it? I can't believe I forgot the name, and I actually really like the Pokemon, and it's a ghost type too. Freaking I know one of the names. It's I know the final evolution is called Aegislash. The basically the possessed sword Pokemon.
Can't remember that one.
Yeah, it like I kind of like the concept of that one just because it's mainly a Pokemon that possessed a sword. It's a ghost type that possessed a sword that made it a steel type as well.
It's so weird.
I like the ghost types, and like its arm is basically like a scarf that's at the bottom of the hilt.
They got like dead kid Pokemons and like Pokemon that bounce forever, and if they don't bounce, they're dead.
I mean, hey,
they got fucking dirty clothes hamper Pokemon.
Hey, we had a freaking ghost type that was a balloon that kidnapped children.
What the fuck is up with Pokemon?
Yes, Drifloon and Drifblim. I love
adorable.
them so much.
I have a Bill Cosby joke, but I think I'll save it for
God, no. That I actually like I fucking loved Drifloon. Like the moment I saw it, like I didn't know what it was at first. It was during the times like of course it was still like Diamond and Pearl, but like I even got the strategy guide and I looked through all the new generation Pokemon. I'm like, what is this? It's a balloon. And then like I can't find it, and it's like, oh, you can only find it at a certain time of day in front of this windmill. Like, are you serious?
But it's so cute though.
It is.
I love it. It's very adorable.
All right. I think with that, we can say that this was a very successful podcast.
Yeah. We've gone at this.
Fun.
We've gone at this for almost about an hour and 20 minutes, a little bit more than that.
Oh wow!
It's been really good though. I liked this conversation.
It's been good fun. I loved it. Well, as I said, I could talk about Pokemon for fucking ages. So.
Yeah.
Probably a good time for me to stop though, because my throat's starting to.
You know what I'm thinking. If we could possibly get maybe a couple others too that are also into Pokemon. If you wouldn't mind coming back for another episode sometime in the future. I was thinking we can also talk about the Detective Pikachu movie a lot.
Oh yeah! I'm so excited.
Like when it comes, like when it comes out. Like we
what
could talk
I would
about
do is when it comes out, we all watch it, and then the next day we talk about it. So that way,
yeah.
Like
because I'm planning to see it like as soon as it comes out. So
yeah,
definitely.
I'd be down for that.
I even got some of the promo training cards for Detective Pikachu.
Ow.
They look cool.
Holy shit. That's pretty epic.
Surprisingly, I went to GameStop on a day where like they just barely got the shipment of the Detective Pikachu like sets. So I'm like, I'll get one. Why not?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Very lucky. I wish I had that luck.
I mean, try going.
Okay.
Or
okay,
somewhere.
so our special guest, Elsie Lovelock.
Thanks for having me.
It was very nice.
Thank you.
Find her on Twitter. You can find her on
Facebook. Like, is there
and just look for all the
like anything? Anything specific that you'd want to plug in that I will put in the description,
and that you're allowed to plug in.
Yeah, I mean, hire me. www.elsielovelock.com. All my reels are on my website, including my visual reel. My YouTube channel has got a load of covers on it, and my Twitter, which is @ElsieLovelock. And yeah, that's it really.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that about wraps up this lovely episode of the Randomizers podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really good fun.
It was very fun. And yeah, John, you got any final words?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Cake Dragon Man. I do video editing for basically everybody that will give me money. If you want to support me for the next videos I'll be doing, the next video that I made a sneak peek for it on patreon.com. So if you want to go and donate to that Patreon or join some cool mystery hunt and look for some Discord service where that'd be fantastic. But the next video is going to be a parody of the My Hero Academia babies thing that fucking Robot made. I'm gonna make fun of it. We're gonna insult every single person in the fandom, and it's gonna be gay all the time. But yeah,
Wonderful.
subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to me, to my channel, but also subscribe to the Randomizers YouTube channel because we got some other stuff planned, some new things that might be dropping Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. I'm the one that edits everything and uploads it to the channel, you dingus.
I'm editing, uploading something for you tomorrow, you fuck.
Yeah, but normally the stuff that you edit, I would do on I would upload on a Sunday.
Well, okay, then Sunday then. Shit.
Yeah, it was really good fun, guys. I'm gonna need to go just purely because I have to do something that I forgot. But
All right.
Yeah, it was really good fun. Lovely to talk to you both, and I'll join again for talk about Detective Pikachu later on if you want.
Yeah, and
yeah,
again,
it's lovely to meet you both.
Yeah, and again, check out everyone. I'll put in the description, and we'll see you next time in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
I love you.